Hello, this is Commissioner Alana Sanders, and I'm coming to you as Professor Sanders, giving you your Newton teachable moment. Now, guess what? Many of you, I wouldn't say many, just some of you, have said Commissioner Sanders spends too much time at the Capitol. How do you know about the Capitol? That's the state capitol. That's where laws are rectified. That's where laws are put in place in regards to our local level. Now, on the local level, we do have legislations that we put in place, but the major ones that affect the state of Georgia and all of your municipalities and your counties, they happen right here at the Capitol. So guess what? If Commissioner Sanders wasn't at the Capitol, let me tell you what I found out. That there is something called a bill. That's what our legislators pass in the Senate and the House to be able to have those laws put in place. There was a bill that made it out of the House, but it's hung in the Senate. Guess what that bill was, everyone? That bill was in regards to building. Many of y'all had issue with mass building, right? So guess what? Your legislators created a bill to take away the power of the local government in regards to deciding who's going to build in your county. Yes, whether you deny or approve developments, the zoning, and all of the conditions, as well as going back into moratoriums. Guess what? That's your state reps. And that's your senators. So, if your local elected official is not paying attention to what's happening up here, guess what? You're going to get another Rivian. Guess what? You're going to get a lot of things that are happening on the local level that was approved at the Gold Dome, at the Capitol. So it's so important that your elected officials are in tune. Why do you think that your commissioners go to DC in February with all of the county commissioners across the United States? We meet with our federal government and agencies. But guess what? If I wasn't in DC in February, our fire department would have not known something that they have to comply with by OSHA in May. So I brought that back because the FDA stopped Commissioner Sanders at the conference and said, "What county are you in?" And I said, "Newton." And they said, "You need to bring this back to your fire chief and your fire department because they have to comply or they have to respond by May." And when I brought it back to Newton County, guess what? They had no idea. They didn't even know. So Commissioner Sanders did her due diligence to make sure, as a legislator in the county, to inform those, because I was in DC talking to our federal agencies who also make laws like OSHA, like all those various companies that affect the local level. So if your local elected official is not in tune with what's happening at the Capitol, what's happening in DC and Washington, DC, with your congressional and your senators, all those individuals have no idea what's going on, guess what? You will always be not in the know and not knowing what is happening in your community. So that's why your commissioner loves education. And that's why your commissioner loves sharing information and bringing it back to Newton so that you are aware of what's happening for those who are creating bills and passing them that affect the local level at the Capitol and also at the Capitol in DC. This is Commissioner Alana Sanders giving you your teachable Newton moment.